Hey guys, poledoo here. I'm sure you've seen these tag videos going around. Callum, aka Hoodlum Scrafty, started it, and it's been going around for a few weeks now, and the other day, my buddy Witch tagged me in his video, so here we are. I think this started as a Sun and Moon team tag video, and somewhere along the way it turned into like an all-inclusive Pokemon team tag instead of just Sun and Moon. I don't know. I'm gonna roll with it regardless, but anyways, a link to the original video from Callum, as well as Witch's video where he tagged me, will be in the description below if you want to check those out. Let's get this going. My Pokemon team tag is a series of 4 questions that I have to answer that kind of coincide with, you know, different personalities and whatnot, so you can just, like, how you would be in a Pokemon universe, essentially. So for the first question, it's, what would your trainer class be? So my favorite trainer class is the Burglar, mainly because I just really like the Burglar sprites, but that's not accurate to myself. I don't go around stealing things, that ain't me. What I would be though is probably the Pokefan. And the reason for that, like, all the Pokefans, not all of them, but a majority of them you see with a little kid. I hate kids. But even so, they're always just doting on the adorable stuff, and that's pretty much me. Cute stuff kind of makes me melt, so 100% absolutely would be a Pokefan. The next question is, how many Pokemon would you have? And I would have a full team of 6. The next question is, why did you choose that number of Pokemon? I would choose 6 because there's too many Pokemon that I love, so having a full team of 6 gives me the most things that I can adore without having to, like, I wouldn't want to put something in the PC. Like, I just have my full team of 6. I don't need anything else, just those team of 6. Don't need PC, just those adorable buddies, and we're all good. So the final question is the main portion of this tag. Which Pokemon are on your team and why? First up is going to be Shelgon. So Shelgon is one of the few mons in Generation 3 that I actually really like. Its design is just really cute to me. He's just chilling out, hiding in his shell away from the world, and I feel that. I feel that. Also, the image of Shelgon getting tipped over is, like, really sad and adorable. It's kind of like, you know, if your dog or cat or whatever gets their head stuck in something, like if you put, like, a hat on them, or, like, they get their head stuck in a can or something, and they're just struggling, you want to help them, but it's too adorable and funny, so you just sit back and watch the struggle as they fix the issue themselves. I don't know, maybe that's terrible, but I don't know, I just really like Shelgon, and that image, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Next up is Esper. So, right as I came across Esper for the first time in Gen 6, it immediately became my favorite Psychic-type Pokemon. On top of it being a cat, I really, really love cats, by the way. It's just this adorable ball of fluff that could also, if it wanted to, destroy everything in what his dex entry says, like hundreds of feet. It's like, calm it down. Calm it down. You're the restraint Pokemon, but you're also adorable, and you can kill us all. But just keep being adorable, keep doing you. But yeah, I really like that about it. And you know, it's on top of it being adorable, it's got that like eerie little like creepy feel to it. It's just kind of that wide-eye blank stare. I don't know. Esper is adorable. I want to give it a hug. I need it. I love Esper. For the third Pokemon on my team, it would definitely go to Swadloon. And for, you know, kind of similar to Esper, whenever I first saw Swadloon in Gen 5, I immediately fell in love with it. I really like the entire Swaddle line in general, but Swadloon in particular stands out the most to me. For similar reasons as Shelgon. He's just wrapped up all grumpy in his leaf burrito, you know, like closing himself off to the bullshit of the world. Like, if that's not me, I don't know what is. His mon just really resonates with me. pretty perfectly, and for that reason, I definitely have one on my team. So 3 down, 3 to go. For the fourth Mon, it would have to go to Mimikyu. More Mons that I find adorable. See what I mean by, I'd definitely be a Poke fan? But, while Sun and Moon aren't quite here, they'll be out in less than 24 hours. I don't even need to have Mimikyu in a game to know that I want it. It's adorable. It's this tiny little ghost trying to best disguise itself as a Pikachu, and while doing so, it also has this like creepy and cute aesthetic to it. There's not a whole lot about this Mon that's like known because the games are out and whatnot, but I really don't care. All I know is I need one, and I need one right now. It's a small friend. It's a tiny, creepy, cute friend, and I want it. Alright, for the fifth slot, getting toward the end of the list, would be Raichu. Raichu is one of my all-time favorites, and is actually my second favorite Mon, entirely. Ever since I first saw Raichu in the anime as a kid, I loved it. Ash went in to fight Surge, and he had Raichu, and I was like, I don't give a damn about your Pikachu anymore, Ash. Make it a Raichu, and yet he won't do it. Makes me sad. But yeah, Raichu's my second favorite Pokemon, and I have one of my car keys. I'll show it here. It's gotten pretty beat up over the years, but I love it. To me, Raichu is like the perfect combination between cool and cute. Like the jagged edges on its tail, its color scheme, the design of its ears, its adorable pudgy body, big ass feet. I love everything about Raichu, and I absolutely would have one on my team. And finally, of course, saving the best for last, as I'm sure you were all expecting, the sixth and final Mon on my team would be Skrelp. Skrelp has just always been, that dude. I sure got you. I had you going, didn't I? Who am I kidding? You probably all knew the fake I was coming to. Anyways, of course, the real final Mon is Porygon Z. So when people ask me what my favorite Pokemon is, I always give the same answer. It's a three-way tie between Porygon, Porygon 2, and Porygon Z. And I don't find that to be a cop-out answer. I legitimately value all three evolutions of Porygon the same. I love all three of them equally. But for this list, I had to think, alright, all these other Mons on my list, they're adorable, they can definitely be kept in a house, no problem. So I was like, alright. Comes to Porygon, it's a bit different, because he's entirely made out of code. He can exist in both a physical and digital form, but I wouldn't want to keep a Porygon entirely digital. So, Porygon 1, while I love him, I feel like he would be too bulky to be in a house too well. I don't know. And then Porygon 2, kind of same, but he's also incapable of flying. And in his like dex entries and bio and whatnot, Porygon 2 was made to be in outer space, but because he couldn't fly, that failed. So I feel like he wouldn't have the easiest time being in a house since he can't fly. He's gonna be scooting around on the floor, or weirdly waddling his feet back and forth. So with that, I came to the conclusion of Porygon Z, since he floats, he's kind of a cutie, and he's got that little like quirky factor to him. Because if you didn't know, Porygon Z is actually a programming error. So I'd like to think he has these like little glitchy ticks, like you'll see in game if you just sit there idly in battle with him, he'll do this like weird spaz out thing. I like to think that he does those because of the error in his programming. And I don't know, it's adorable. It's this nice little quirky thing. I like it. But I've done a video about Porygon a long time ago, where I went into major detail on why he's my favorite, but to keep things a little quick, essentially, Porygon was a goal as a kid. Like, you go to the casino, you see this Pokemon that costs 9,999 coins. You're like, god, that thing must be a beast. And after the physical special split, you'd be correct, but back then, he definitely wasn't. But I really didn't care. You either cheated to get him, or you worked your way to 9,999 coins to get him, which is what I did. I definitely worked my ass off to get this little dude, and it felt great. It was such a satisfying goal. And Porygon itself being made out of programming really hit me, because actually not too long ago, I was super into programming. I started college wanting to become a software engineer, which rather quickly changed, but nonetheless, Porygon was that little guy who was made by the very thing I love to do. And while I may not enjoy programming nearly as much as I used to, my love for Porygon hasn't changed at all. He that little digital buddy, and I love him. I love him so much. So he would definitely be the final Pokemon on my team. So that is my team. That is my Pokemon team tag video. I was supposed to tag 3 people, and I don't think I'm going to, because 1, like, everyone has done it, and 2, instead of tagging people, I want you guys to tell me if you had a team of 6, who would it be and why? And like, tell me, like, answer these questions on your own, and, you know, let me know in the comments. It'd be great to know. It'd be great to know. But like I said at the start, Callum's original video for the tag, as well as Witch's video who tagged me, will be in the description below, so go check those out. Hopefully you enjoyed this little video, a little bit of out of the norm of what I normally do, but yeah, I'll see you guys later.